Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Gay Let's Play Dragon Age 2. In our last episode, we wrapped up the last of our secondary quests and companion quests and all that good stuff, and we're about to go on our big expedition with Bartrand and his company, basically. So now you're probably asking yourselves, why? Why Angel Arts? Why? The other half of you is like probably saying, why not? Why not Angel Arts? Why not? So there is an explanation for this. I did want to spend this video exhausting all of the party banter. And so what does that have to do with having these four hunky specimens on the screen before you? Not that half of you, again, care what that has anything to do with party banter. But in-game, I thought that it would be kind of fun, RP-wise, if in celebration of acquiring 50 sovereigns to go on to Bartrand's expedition, Clive thought it would be cool for, he's starting to acquire a bit of a harem. Not harem, but he's making some new friends. And so he thought that it would be really cool, since we've spent so much time fighting demons and blood mages and all that good stuff. He thought it'd be really cool if we all just spent some time to wind down and have a little bit of a beach party. Yeah, a beach party on the Wounded Coast, but that's the best that they can do, So, basically, story-wise, what's happening right now is everyone in all of Clive's companions are going on this beach party, and during the beach party, of course, they're going to be chatting with each other, socializing, bickering, bantering, and all that good stuff. So, I thought that fit really well with, with the whole theme of why we're going through and exhausting all of the banter. No, you guys. The real reason is because I want an excuse to have my characters running around in their underwear. That, I guess let's just be honest here. And don't worry, I am planning on, being an equal opportunist. It's not just the men, but some of the ladies, will be running around in their bathing suits as well. It's a beach party, so of course we are. Isn't that right, Brother Carver?
If you have a plan, get to it.
Yes, this is our plan. We're going on the beach, and we're gonna banter. So, let's go, brother. Let's get to it.
You don't like me, Carver?
I don't like you.
That's unfortunate. Hating someone just because they're a mage is a shameful thing.
I don't hate you because you're a mage. I hate you because you won't shut up about it. Oppression this, Templars that. I'd had enough long before you.
Maybe it's time you put some thought into it.
You are known, Fenris.
What?
I'm going through Jevon's neglected reports. Some involve you and requests about you.
By whom?
I don't know. They're old, poorly kept. But you should be on your best behavior.
Thank you for getting rid of them.
I didn't.
And that is why I love Aveline.
You look like a man I once dueled. He was a little intimidated by my reputation as a vicious pirate, but rose to the challenge.
He looked like me, you say?
It went on all night, under the stars, the waves lapping at our ankles.
On the beach? In the surf? How did you get a proper footing?
We didn't. There was quite a bit of tumbling around, and we were soaked and sore by the time the sun came up.
Did you win?
I managed to get on top in the end, but I considered it a tie.
So, a human, an elf, and a dwarf walk into a bar.
The human says, "You're lucky you're so short. That hurt like mad."
You could have just stopped me, Blondie.
Why waste a perfectly good setup?
So what's with that magical fisting thing you do?
Excuse me?
Sorry?
You know, when you stick your hand into people.
Oh, that. Yes, it's, talent.
You could make so much coin with that.
I heard Varric saying you were a Grey Warden.
I was.
I met a warden once. Back in Ferelden.
Oh.
Duncan, I think his name was.
Duncan.
Very old man. He had a marvelous beard, though. I'd never seen one before. I thought a squirrel had grabbed him by the chin.
Oh, Duncan, Duncan.
You're very different from other elves.
Oh? You know them all?
No, I just... You look different. There's no denying that.
It is what I am. And unlike the problems you claim to have, I really did have no choice.
Do we know anyone who isn't brooding every hour of the day?
Like attracts like, it seems.
Do you have a parrot, Isabella?
What would I want a parrot for?
What about a peg leg? Do you have one of those?
You can see that I don't, dear.
Eye patch?
I'm disappointing you terribly, aren't I? And no hook for a hand either.
Seems that Varric's pirate stories are awfully inaccurate.
He knows, kitten. He likes them better that way.
True story. No pun intended. Oh my gosh, Isabella, look at how her hiney jiggles back and forth. Oh gosh. Izzy, what am I going to do for... It's hypnotic. That's what it is. It's hypnotic.
You know, Fenris, I have a tattoo.
Really?
You have a what?
A tattoo. A lot of us got them before Ostagar. It's a Mabari, for strength.
Does it curse you with the ability to reach into a man and tear out his insides?
I can make it bark.
Please don't.
I'd rather see it wag.
Shush, Clive. Carver, I want to see your tattoo. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh my gosh. Just get me through this video, please.
You ever going to stop harping on the mages here?
No.
They aren't what you saw in Tevinter.
The moment they are free, mages will make themselves magisters.
They're slaves. You should want to help them.
I don't.
Why is it always about sex with you?
It's not. Sometimes it's about sex with other people.
You see? It comes up every single time we talk.
We're just talking, Carver. If it comes up, that's not my fault.
Oh.
What? I mean, that's not what I meant. It doesn't. Oh, I hate you so much.
Why was your friend made tranquil? Do you know?
No. And it doesn't matter. Nobody deserves that.
I know some mages who deserve that.
Really? Perhaps they should start making slaves tranquil. Then they wouldn't dream of escaping. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Slaves do not attract demons that try to possess them.
Which clearly justifies it. What a perfect solution.
So, you're not like a lot of other girls.
No, I'm an elf.
Right. All right then.
Oh, did I miss something dirty?
What? No, it wasn't dirty. It wasn't anything.
Oh, right. Because I miss a lot of dirty things, and sometimes I wouldn't mind hearing them.
Would you now?
Ooh. Merle and Carver.
Isabella, you never talk about the mage's plight.
What's there to say?
There's plenty to say.
And you say enough for the lot of us, don't you think?
So you're telling me you have no opinion on the matter?
None whatsoever.
That can't be true.
No, I'm afraid I'm really this shallow.
So you've really never thought of hiding from those hunters?
To what end?
So you could, I don't know, have a life?
What life do you have? There are no hunters after you at all.
I have a life.
One that you complain about. We are not always free to do as we wish, as you should well know.
I do have a life.
Then I stand corrected.
So Pounce-A-Lot. Who knighted him?
Is that a serious question?
Did he have a little sword, or just his claws? I bet he had a dashing cap with a feather in it.
Would you stop making fun of my cat?
Oh.
Oh,
hat,
Sir
then.
Pounce-A-Lot, I miss you. I think that was a reference to Puss in Boots. Yeah, that's got to be a reference to Puss in Boots.
Well, Captain. Can I call you Captain? You can call me Captain.
I won't be doing that.
Neither will I, because you're a guard captain. No real authority.
Ooh.
Not like on a ship.
Ooh.
Well, you would know about having a large number of men under you.
You've been waiting to use that one. Did you practice?
Shut up.
Your people came a long way, Merrill. But I'd like to think we have Ferelden in common.
I never saw Lothering. Did you walk as much as we did? Probably more. You didn't start with Hala. Our ship stunk.
Your ship?
There was something foul in the hold. Oh, I can still smell it.
Oh, well, that must have been unpleasant.
It was. Did I miss another dirty thing?
No.
Do you ever miss Ferelden?
Of course. It was home. I would never have left willingly. But I'm not going to be my father and spend my life trying to live a memory.
I didn't think I'd give it a second thought once I was gone. I mean, what did Ferelden ever do for me? But I do. I think about it. There's something here that just doesn't feel right.
You mean how mages are treated?
No. I think there's not enough dog shit.
That's very sexy, Andy.
Do you miss it? Ferelden, I mean.
Sometimes.
Blackberries. They don't seem to grow here. And there were little songbirds with black caps on their heads.
I sort of missed the dogs barking.
Yes. It's mostly been humans barking at me here. Not nearly as cute.
Although, Carver, if you ever want to bark up my tree, I think that would be cute.
So, there must be mages in Tevinter who don't use blood magic.
Of course, there are slaves. The Magisters do not hesitate to collar their own kind.
But no Magisters.
Why must you go on about this? No Magister would turn down an advantage over his rivals. If he did, he'd be dead.
You know, to use blood magic, you need to look a demon in the eye and accept his offer. I just figured some of them would say no. For aesthetic reasons, if nothing else.
I would like to know more about being a guard, Aveline.
I don't think that's the job for you.
I know, but it might help me not get caught.
You probably shouldn't have said that part.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Just... never mind.
So, when you first did blood magic, it was just an accident, right? You cut yourself and realized the power. You didn't actually deal with a demon.
Oh, no, I did.
Why would you do that?
I needed his help. He was really very nice about it.
Of course he was. He's using you to get a foothold in a mortal brain.
He's a spirit. He offered me his aid. I hardly think you're one to criticize. Why don't you arrest us, Aveline?
What?
We break the law, I'm pretty sure. There are laws for almost everything. You're not a bad guard, are you?
No.
That's good. Is it because you're fond of Hawke? I kind of am.
How very nice for you. Keep it to yourself.
I'd rather keep it with him.
Ooh. Meryl. I know... Poor Meryl. Everything just goes over her head. She hasn't quite figured it out yet.
How did you learn swording?
Swording?
Those things you do with the sword. It looks tricky. Was it hard to learn?
Takes a lot of practice.
Well, you seem good at it. I bet one day you'll be the best sworder in Kirkwall.
Meryl,
I said something wrong again, didn't I? Maybe I'll just stop talking.
Yeah, Meryl, you should probably stick with this Hawke as opposed to that Hawke. Although that Hawke is a pretty nice, juicy, fine specimen as well. And that was a little weird considering how I'm role-playing as Hawke. A little weird.
Maybe you don't really understand the difference between spirits and demons.
Did I ask you?
Spirits were the first children of the Maker, but he turned his back on them to dote on his mortal creations. The ones who resented this became demons, driven to take everything mortals had and gain back the Maker's favor.
Your Maker is a story you humans use to explain the world. We have our own stories. I don't need to borrow yours. You must really like the Hawke family.
Why do you say that?
You came all the way from Lothering with them, didn't you? And they're not even your clan.
Humans don't have clans, Meryl.
Exactly. You came so far together, and you didn't even have a keeper to make you get along.
So your keeper tells you to stop kicking each other, or she'll turn the Aravel around?
Sometimes she also warns us to stop pulling hair. How do you do that?
Do what, kitten?
You sort of swagger when you walk. I've been trying, but I trip over my own feet when I do it.
You just strut. It's not something you practice.
How do I learn it then?
It comes to you, usually at night. It's like a lover, or maybe a burglar. Either it ravishes you, or runs off with all your jewelry, and you have to run it down and stab it in the heart. And that metaphor got a bit away from me, didn't it?
I think it did, but it was certainly exciting.
I did not follow you at all, Isabella.
Did Lothering have an alienage?
It wasn't a big enough village to have a wall around it, let alone a place for elves.
Where did the elves live then?
Stables and outbuildings mostly.
I think I like alienages better.
Alright, folks. I think that's about all of the banter that I was able to acquire that we hadn't gotten to yet. So, this is just a very short and sweet video. In the next episode, we're definitely going to get the expedition kicked off. So, thanks again, folks, for watching this episode of Gay Let's Play Dragon Age 2. Until next time, everybody, love yourselves and love each other.